Hello and welcome to another video on HeroQuest. This time I'm going to be painting the sarcophagus. This item's going to be so easy to paint, it's almost embarrassing. But I'm going to do it out of a sense of completeness for the entire set. And it's a really good place to start if you're brand new to painting. It really doesn't get any easier than this, and you're going to learn a simple technique called dry brushing. So the first colour up is going to be Occultist Cloak. It's a mid to dark grey colour. It seems to flow really well, and I'm going to try it out on the stone of this sarcophagus. I do have Ashen Stone in the Speedpaints line, but I feel it's far too light a colour. And then the only other grey I would have would be a darker, almost black, which would be too dark. So I'm going to be painting this item entirely grey. I'm going to say that it's a stone sarcophagus. To my mind, that's the way it should be. I've seen a lot of other guys painting a lot of colours onto theirs, and yeah, they do look nice, but just something about a dusky old tomb having a grey sarcophagus, an old grey stone sarcophagus is the way I imagine it. It also makes for a stunningly easy, simple paint job. That is, of course, once you've picked your colours, and you need to try and get your colours reasonably correct. If it's too dark, it's not going to look right, and if it's too light, again, it's not going to look right. This is a good piece for you to experiment with different greys and different dark washes, if you have any. You can always test your colours on the inside, which rarely is going to be seen, or on the underneath, before you start painting the sides and the top. As you're aware, this is the most time consuming part of the paint job. Just take your time. Try not to let the paint pool too much in any one area. Push it around. Get an even coverage if you can. Now I'm going to try my first dry brush highlight, and I'm going to be using Ashen Stone, and what we're going to find out is Ashen Stone, at least Ashen Stone, and possibly the entire Army Painter Speed Paint range, and perhaps even Citadel's contrast colours might be the same. They don't dry brush. They're too opaque, too see-through, they don't have enough depth, they just don't dry brush. At least that's what I'm finding. Also, if you're new to dry brushing, go to your local pound shop or dollar store, whatever it may be. Go to the makeup aisle and find yourself some cheap makeup brushes and use those as your dry brushes. They're actually very good for dry brushing. And if your wife or girlfriend or yourself wants to put some makeup on with them, knock yourselves out. You see the way I assumed all your genders there? In my mind, this is still very much a male-oriented hobby. Of course, I'm wrong. There's girls that play as well, but they're just few and far between. Anyway, after the failed experiment with the speed paints dry brushing, I've settled on Astronomican Grey from the Games Workshop Foundation paint set. Any light grey you've got will do. Even if you don't have a light grey, get a black and a white and mix some light grey up. You just want a much lighter tone than the tone we've used to paint the sarcophagus with. And all we're going to be doing here is downstrokes with our dry brush, and we're just trying to pick out the raised areas around the top and around the edge of the sarcophagus. As long as you've remembered to wipe the vast majority of the paint off your brush, you shouldn't have a problem here. You really shouldn't make any mistakes. And if you do, just go over it again with the base colour. Wait for it to dry and try again. And hopefully this audio is sounding a bit better. I got myself a new microphone, and it's taken me a couple of videos to try and iron out the kinks, so to speak. I'm not very tech minded. but I do try. Just use your judgment here when you're dry brushing. Get it to a stage that you like the look of. And once you're happy, just leave it till dry. And that, my friends, is that. That's it complete. I told you, embarrassingly easy. We could have went into a lot more detail. We could have added metal colours. We could have added moss effects and algae effects. We could have done a whole lot to it. I chose not to. To me it's just a grey sarcophagus. Who knows what lurks inside. Again, using my varnish of choice, we're just going to give this a matte varnish because it will get handled. And it will get put in and out of a plastic tray, so we'll want to protect it as much as possible because we don't want to have to come back and repaint anything that we've already painted. Although don't forget, you can paint over the top of the matte varnish should you wish to add more detail at a later date. That's not a problem. And once it's dry, that's it. Sarcophagus complete. It was 3 colours to paint: a white base coat, a grey overcoat, and a grey highlight, a lighter grey highlight. I would like to thank you for watching the video. I'd like to thank you for your support. I've been amazed that anybody actually wants to watch these videos, but I'm glad people do, and hopefully people are getting something out of it. If you wouldn't mind, please click the subscribe button and click the wee bell icon and click the like button. And I will see you in the next HeroQuest video. Thank you.